Hello, and welcome to Reallusion Hints and Tips, 3DXchange tutorial. Importing, exporting, and animating a 3D dune buggy. Learning how to include and exclude nodes to deconstruct 3D models. 3DXchange supports the ability to deconstruct 3D models, allowing users to reassemble them to fit their needs when importing to iClone. This tutorial introduces how to export certain nodes of a model to transform a non-animated four-wheel vehicle into an animated vehicle with spinning wheels. In the following steps, you will import a car 3DS. Select to exclude the wheels of the car, separate and export the body of the car only as a VNS. Then export one wheel as a VNS to animate and duplicate in iClone. Then, once combined, the 3DS model is transformed into multiple objects with 3DXchange. Then animated and reassembled in iClone. Add four wheels to the scene, animate them independently, merge the scene props to reconnect the car completely, and the wheel animation will remain intact. These methods are achieved in 21 easy to follow steps. So let's go ahead and get started. Step number 1, open 3DXchange and go to File, Open, or use hotkey Ctrl+0 and select Jeep1.3ds. Download the model at www.turbosquid.com/full preview /index.cfm/ID/184957. Then go to Full Light and click on the icon from the toolbar. Turning this on, we'll get a better view of the model in 3DXchange. Step number 2, turn on the dummy using the dummy icon on the toolbar. This is to properly scale the Jeep size in proportion to iClone characters. From the scene tree, select the 3D root node. In the scene transform panel, locate the scale field with lock XYZ checked. Enter a value of 2500. Step number 3, now that the Jeep is sized properly, we will continue to prepare our unanimated model for animation with iClone. Since the wheels will be animated as a final result, we want to detach them from the Jeep body using the scene tree and export just the car body of the model. To separate the Jeep wheels from the body of the model, you will need to exclude them by unchecking the wheel nodes in the boxes in the scene tree. This is so the wheels can be animated separately once imported into iClone. In the scene tree, uncheck the nodes that correspond to the wheels of the Jeep. Use the pan and rotate tools to observe the Jeep body. In the 3D viewer, notice that the wheels have now disappeared. The wheels are actually still there, but currently turned off through the include and exclude checkboxes in the scene tree. Step number 4, you are now ready to send the Jeep car body portion of our model into iClone. Click the Export button to export the Jeep car body as a prop by clicking the bullet point beside the prop option. Rename your new prop as Jeep Body to define the new content. Then click OK to send your new prop to your custom prop library. Step number 5. Now you need to export one single wheel into iClone. Return to 3DXchange and check node FRW in the scene tree. Make sure all other nodes are unchecked. And locate the Align to Center button and use the zoom and pan tools to get a good look at the model after clicking Align to Center. You will notice that this will align the node to the center position or coordinate 0, 0, 0. Step number 6, now you are ready to send the next portion of your model to iClone. The Jeep wheel will require that you save it as a prop for animating purposes. You will need to export one wheel. The single wheel will be animated in iClone, and then you can duplicate it to have a total of 4 spinning wheels. To export the wheel as a prop by clicking the bullet point beside props and then rename your prop to Jeep wheel to define the new content. Then click OK to send to your custom prop library. Step number 7. Once back inside iClone, start a new project and hide the character. Go to Scene, Props, and then the Custom tab, and locate your new Jeep wheel icon. Then double click to add to the scene. Step number 8. Create the wheel spinning motion using the Adjust tools for Rotate in the Modify tab. Keep the wheel spinning by making keyframes on the timeline controlling the speed and duration of the wheel spin. Go to Modify, Timeline, and then make sure you're on frame 1 and set a keyframe using the Add Key button. Go to frame 100 and set a value of 177 in the first rotate field. This will rotate your wheel halfway and automatically set a keyframe. Move to frame 200 and set a value of 355. Only 5 integers short of 360 in the first rotate field. This will create a realistic rotation animation for your new wheel. Step number 9. Click and drag inside the frame track to highlight and select the 3 frames you've just created. Then use hotkey Ctrl+C to copy. Move to frame 201 and use hotkey Ctrl+V to paste. Move to frame 401 and then again use hotkey Ctrl+V to paste. This will create a full 600 frame looping rotation animation. Step 10. Now to save your newly animated prop, you only need to go to the Custom tab and then click on the Add button from the bottom of the panel. Name your new wheel prop Spin Wheel or something to differentiate it from the original wheel. Then save, and the prop will save with the animation data intact. Step number 11. The next trick is to make the wheel motion you have just made in the timeline collapse into a merged prop so you can make clones of the wheel and place it spinning in any location. The spinning animation will loop indefinitely when converted to a merged prop. To achieve this, add a ball prop from the template 3D Blocks folder. Go to Scene, Props, Template, 3D Blocks, and double click on ball_001. Step number 12. Use the Adjust tools in the Modify panel to place the ball completely inside the wheel to hide it. Go to the Modify tab and then make sure that you have ball 01 selected in the Props menu. Then enter these values into the Move field. 5, 0, -5, and then set the scale to 25 with the Lock XYZ checkbox checked on. After this, use the Merge button to merge the 2 props into one. Step number 13. The original timeline for the wheel showed all the keyframes for the first spinning wheel. This would have only been able to spin in that specific location. If you move the wheel to another location, it would return to its original spot by the end of the spinning animation. Merging the props collapses the timeline and gives you a new track to edit the location of the wheel while still maintaining its spinning animation. When you merge props, they retain their animation but can still be moved. Using hidden objects like 3D blocks is a good way to achieve this trick and effect. Add the merge prop spinning wheel to your custom library. go to the Custom tab, and then again, select Add from the bottom of the menu. Name your prop Merged Wheel. Step number 14, load the Jeep body prop created earlier from the custom library. In the Props Modify menu, locate the Adjust section once again, and use the Adjust tools to move the animated wheel into place. Make sure that you have your new merged prop selected, and then move our wheel into place using the Adjust section. Use values -90, 40, -50. Step number 15. Load another merged spinning wheel prop into the scene. Go to Custom and then Merged Wheel to load another into the scene. Then go to the Modify tab, locate the Adjust section, and adjust the new wheel. For the back right wheel, use 90, 40, -50. Repeat this step for the other two wheels to add to the front of the Jeep. Use values 90, 40, 220 for the front right wheel, and for the front right wheel, -90, 40, 220. Make sure to scroll up and remove any unwanted props from the scene. Step number 16. Merge the 4 spinning wheels and the Jeep car body into a single prop using the Merge button once again. This will reconnect the Jeep car body with the newly created 4 spinning wheels into one prop. Then it may be animated as one object to create a moving vehicle. Step number 17. Go to your Custom tab once again, select Add, to add the prop to your custom library, and name it simply Jeep. Step number 18. Start a new project in iClone and choose an avatar that will ride in the vehicle you want to go in the animation. In this case, we'll use Jack Clone Casual B. Apply a sitting motion to your avatar. If you wish, you can use Motion Editor to create a custom pose for this scene. Using Motion Editor is covered in other tutorials. For this tutorial, pose 17 is displayed for users. Go to Animation, Motion, Template, Pose, and then scroll down until you find pose number 17. Double click to apply. Step number 19, we will now transform the animated Jeep prop that we just made into an accessory. The reason we do this is because accessories may be attached to characters when characters can be moved and animated, enabling any attached accessory to follow. Doing this will allow you to create a character that rides perfectly seated in a car. Remember, where the character is moved, the car will follow. Go to Avatar, Accessories, Modify, and then scroll down until you find the Import Accessories folder icon. This will open the menu and then give you the tools to navigate to the Props folder. Once in the Props folder, choose our new Jeep prop. Double click on the file or click Open to load. Step number 20. Notice that it is applied in scene, not properly aligned to the character or ground. Attach the accessory to the avatar's waist. Click the Position List arrow icon to fly out the list of attachable options. Scroll down in this list and locate the Waist option. Select to apply. Then scroll down and use the Adjust tools to align your Jeep correctly to your avatar. Step number 21. Go to the Custom tab and then save your new accessory using the Add button at the bottom of the menu. Name it Jeep Accessory, then add in a 3D scene, and get ready to begin producing your next off-road adventure. For more information, please visit www.reallusion.com or contact technical support.